All right, welcome back, guys. Today we're taking another look at the band Krokus. I covered them a while back with Headhunter and Ether Rich riffs from the Headhunter record, which is an amazing album. If you haven't heard Krokus Headhunter, go check it out. This is from an album called The Blitz from 1984, and the song we're going to look at is called Midnight Maniac. It was a lead-off track on that album. They had some other really cool tunes on here, like Our Love and a couple others that are eluding my mind right now. But this is a cool riff. It's kind of got a major key feel to it, using an open string. It's fairly simple, and I'm going to show it to you in just a second. Before we get started on that, check down below and you'll see my free gift. It's called 5 Blistering Licks to light up your fretboard and amaze your friends. Check that out. It's free. Guitar Pro, free tab, free videos, very cool stuff in there. And also, if you're looking for the tab for this lesson and the Guitar Profile, you can head on over to my Patreon. You'll see the link in the description below for that as well. So let's get started. It's standard tuning for this, and it's really simple. We're going to go open string on open low E, and then 4th fret and 7th fret. And we're going to do that twice. Then we're going to go to the A string and do the same thing. Open 4/7. I'm alternate picking that. Then I'm going to go to the D string and play 0 4 7 once. Back to the A string once. Okay, so we have. And then 0 4 7 1. I'm sorry, 0 4 7 once on the low E to end it. You'll see what I mean in a sec. So okay, so right at the end of this, there starts another round of it. So it's a bar. It's not a full bar there, so you have to kind of count this in your head. So when I nod my head, that's the downbeat for the next round. So hopefully you can hear that. It goes through it twice, and then the drums come in. Drums there. Okay, on that last one we just go from the E to the A string with the open 4/7, and then D chord, A. These are just power chords. And E, D, A, E. Okay, so here's the whole thing. I'm doing a kind of a slight mute on here, but not totally muted. And also on the intro, the bass is playing along with the guitar. So if you're wondering, like, why does that sound a little different? That's why. If you're thinking about scales on this, you've got an open E, and then you've got the major 3rd, and then you've got the 5th. And so that's like an E major arpeggio. This would be an E major arpeggio. And then on the A string, it's an A major arpeggio. And on the D string, it's a D major arpeggio. So it's, in essence, it's like going. So that's kind of why it also has kind of an upbeat, happy sound, is because it's basically outlining major arpeggios. Now, when we get into the riff right before the verse, which becomes the verse riff, it goes like this. So this is kind of more like an E Dorian sound. We're definitely going into the minor territory there, but it's still kind of upbeat. So the chords are just chugging on low E here. And then we're playing a C sharp to a D. So 4th fret on the A, 6th fret on the D, and then just move that up, move the whole thing up 1 fret to the D power chord at the 5th and 7th fret. So it goes. Low E's in between. Again, 4/6 to 5/7. Here's the whole part. Four. So at the end there it goes. Down to a B5 power chord at the 2nd fret and 4th fret on the A and D strings, and then the 3rd fret on the low E, slight bend there, play it to the open E string, and then the open high E and the open B string. You can also play that similarly like this if you want, just more of like a unison. And that's 4th fret G, 5th fret on the 5th fret on the B string, and then high E string open, or just. Okay, so one more time on the verse. And that's it, guys. That is Midnight Maniac from 1984, The Blitz, the band Krokus. The guitar player was Fernando von Arb. These guys were Swiss, from Switzerland, so that's kind of unique. And yeah, it's hard to think of too many other bands, hard rock, metal bands from Switzerland. I'm sure there's more that would come to mind as I ponder it. But anyways, really cool band. And definitely investigate. They've got a whole line of albums from the early 80s. I think it may have been like, even they may have even started around the beginning of the 80s, and then have albums as recently as in the last couple of years. And I think they're a great band. Really cool singer. I know Michael Sweet from Striper actually gave them a shout out recently on Facebook, which I thought was interesting. So he's a fan, and I think these guys get overlooked a lot. So go check out some Krokus. Lots of good albums. My top 2 to check out would be Headhunter and this one, The Blitz. All right, we'll see you next time. Rock on.